Good morning, gang. What is going on? And welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. Now, it's not that early. I'll be honest with you guys, I had a bit of a lay-in. I have been feeling absolutely shattered recently. My Whoop has been telling me my recovery has been like 50 to sort of 57%. But my sleep's been good. My sleep's been either 85 or 95%, which has been pretty good. So I thought, I'm having a little lay-in. Yesterday I had hair laser removal. I get that all over here, which is why I've still got some lines of it. So I have it all over here and down my right arm. And I've also started having it under here recently, so I haven't got a shave there anymore. And then little bits here and here. Now, I've been in the sun a lot the last 4 months because I've been away 3 out of 4 months. Not 3 months out of 4, but like 3. I've been away 3 times in that period. So probably about 3 or 4 weeks in between 4 months. So when you're in the sun a lot, obviously you get tanned, there's heat trapped under the skin. You can't go and have hair laser quite soon after that. But the best thing I think to do after that is get straight in my ice bath. So I was going to do it yesterday, but I ended up having to go to Ellie's dad's to drop the dogs off. Anyway, we're going to do it this morning. And I'm going to bring you guys along with me. I'm going to track it on my Whoop. So I can track this on my Whoop, guys. I can track ice baths on my Whoop as well, and it will tell me like my heart rate and how low I can get it. Now when I do it, normally I can see the screen. I won't be able to see the screen today because I'm going to be filming it for you guys, and I normally try and get my heart rate down to sort of down to 49. I'm below 50. Today I'm not too bothered about what my heart rate gets down to. I just want to get in there and get cold and make sure I don't come up with any blisters or anything over here after the hair laser. So without further ado, people, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Woo! Jesus Christ. There it is, gang. There it is. Wow. And what I mean, by there it is, guys. I'm telling you now, if you've done an ice bath, you'll know that feeling, guys. You will know the feeling that I'm talking about right now. If you haven't done an ice bath, you won't have a clue what I'm talking about. I just said to you guys a minute ago, I had a bit of a lay-in. I never have a lay-in, guys. When I say lay-in, I was in my bed till about 7:45. It's not like a massive lay-in, like 11 o'clock. But I tell you, I never feel good after a lay-in. However, it has definitely got my recovery up, which is a good thing. But I don't actually feel good in my headspace, or I feel like all over the place. It feels weird. I much prefer getting up in the morning, feeling a little bit more tired, getting up nice and early, getting after it. But I wanted to recover properly. Anyway, also I can't train for the next 2 days, or today and tomorrow. I might be able to train later in the evening. So I have to do something that's going to make me feel good. And that, right there, makes me feel fucking amazing. Especially as I haven't done it for a long time. I'm absolutely freezing, by the way, so I can barely talk. But I'm going to get inside, I'm going to get changed, I'm going to make a nice coffee. I'm going to talk to you guys more about the benefits of an ice bath, because of what people think it does, like just makes you cold. It doesn't just make you cold. Yes, I'm absolutely freezing right now. Look how lean I look, by the way. I've got zero information right now. But there's more to what an ice bath does. And I'll tell you something, that thing has changed my life. It really fucking has. I know you guys will know that I've been through a lot over the last 2 years with obviously losing my mum all of a sudden out of the blue. And when that happened in the earlier sort of times where it was like quite close, that thing got me through a lot. I'm telling you now, that thing got me through a lot, because I remember sitting in there and just really doing something I didn't want to do. took my mind off it just for a split moment. And it really helped me through, guys. So there's more things that ice baths can actually help with. The original thing that I got the ice bath for in the first place, 4 or 5 years ago now, or 3 years ago, whatever it was literally to help recover my body and my muscles fully so I can train harder and more consistently. But there's more to what an ice bath does. Let me go get warmed up, make a coffee, and I'll chat to you guys in just a bit. Right, gang. So I'm gonna make a go screens whilst talking to you guys about the ice bath. So like I just mentioned there, one of the main reasons initially when I first got this was just purely to help with recovery from training. Back then when I first got it, I was training super hard, but obviously my muscles ached. But what else ached was my joints, and I didn't like that. So that was one of the main reasons why I got it. And that's been a game changer for me for that. I mean, I've trained legs 3 days ago and they still hurt. So jumping in there today, I'm telling you now, tomorrow they'll feel fresh because, and then moves on to my next point is blood circulation. And carrying oxygenated blood cells to the muscles, right? So how that works is it restricts your blood vessels a little bit. It forces the blood to pump around quicker, and then it will dilate and carry in new oxygenated blood cells to the muscles. It's gonna, honestly, if I think about that, it just makes me feel like I feel better anyway. So that's another reason. You know, obviously it can change my mood. Like I just mentioned to you there, I got up a little bit later than normal today. And I hate that way that makes me feel for some reason. Some people would say the opposite. Some people would say they love a lay-in. I really don't like a lay-in, but I just do it sometimes just to help with recovery. But it's once every, however often, not very often at all. And then obviously, yeah, got jumped in there, and that feeling that I was speaking to you about out there was exactly that feeling. The way that it makes me feel, almost, well, it is exactly afterwards. In fact, it's about. It doesn't last long. That feeling does last, but it doesn't last like that bit, if that makes sense, for the whole day. I feel amazing now for the whole day, don't get me wrong, I will do. But that initial feeling there was something else, and that I get that every time. You get that every time you jump in an ice bath, especially if it's cold enough. There are obviously studies to show that it helps with cardiovascular health. So these are obviously all things you're going to get anyway by doing an ice bath. But the main things for me, guys, are literally the muscle recovery, because I don't like feeling like I've got joint pain basically as well, and the mental resilience for me. I look at those two things mainly. It's the mental resilience to actually do something that I don't actually want to do. Don't get me wrong, I love doing an ice bath, but it's very difficult to jump out of bed and jump straight in an ice bath. And if people say they want to do it, they're lying to you, because they don't want to do it, but they know how good they're going to feel afterwards. And that's exactly what I feel like. I jump in an ice bath, 3 days a week now, because I absolutely love the feeling I get from the ice bath. It's the same how I feel about going for a run, But you've got to think about reasons as to why you will actually do the ice bath in the first place. Does that make sense? You might not do an ice bath because you think it's going to help with, let's just say, blood flow frictions. You might not do it because of that. You might actually find different ways to why you'll actually do it. You might jump in there and go, do you know what, that mood booster I just got when I did that, that's going to make me feel like I'm going to want to do this more often. Or you might notice a difference in your training. You can train harder, more frequently, for longer, better. Obviously, you shouldn't do these straight after training. You shouldn't do them straight after doing resistance training, but you can do them straight after a run if you want. But doing this a day post-training on your recovery days, you might start to notice a big difference within the gym of how you're recovering, not just after the training, but also during the training. So that might be your sort of like, yes, I'm going to start doing these ice baths for that reason. So everyone has their own different reasons as to why they do ice baths. I think a lot of people obviously started doing them back in 2021 or 2 because everyone else was doing them. But some of us who actually enjoy doing the ice baths and actually enjoy the benefits we get from an ice bath, we're still here today doing it. 4 or 5 years on, whatever it's been. Was it been 4 years? Maybe it's been 4 years, I can't remember. But anyway, this isn't a whole video today, by the way, guys. So I'm going to drink this and I'm going to make a coffee. And then what I'm going to show you guys today is I'm going to do another full day of eating, because I'll tell you why. I was going to do a full day of eating and it's going to be a new bulking calories. However, we're putting the bulking off for a little bit because I have got to go to Texas in a month where I've got to do some more shoots. So I've got to look a little bit leaner. So I'm going to do a little four week little mini cut actually. Maybe not even 4 week, maybe like a 3 week mini cut. I'll do 3 weeks, see how I feel. But it's nothing silly today. And what I might try and do is actually going to show you one meal or a couple of the meals of how I cook them. I've done the eggs a few weeks ago on one of my YouTubes of how I like to do my eggs because everyone keeps asking me. So you've seen that before. But today's lunch, I'm just addicted to this meal at the moment, and I'll make 2 portions and I'll have the same food for dinner as well. So it's super simple for me. So I have breakfast, which we all know is going to be 6 eggs. Might have a bit of, 6 eggs is all it's going to be. 6 eggs, a bit of cheese. And then I'll make my lunch and my dinner, which will be all at one stage. I'll make the food and I'll split it into 2 portions. So it's lunch and dinner. And then I know what I'm eating for dinner, for my snack as well. So I make things super simple for myself when it comes to cutting, but I'm really interested to see how I deal with it this year going over to a bulk, because every year, guys, I get super excited for a bulk. I really, really do. Like, I can't wait to start bulking and packing on some size, getting in a big hoodie, getting in the gym and start getting after it. But there are some downfalls when it comes to bulking. Shit digestion, you start feeling a little bit shit, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be that way. So I'm gonna really dial in this year. I'm gonna up my calories probably at the start of September. So when I get back from Texas, and we're gonna go from there. And you guys will come along with the journey with me. But without further ado, guys, sit back, relax, enjoy the video. I'm gonna down this, make a coffee, and get some breakfast. And don't forget, code Kieran will save you 20% on anything Ghost. Every day, guys, every day, drink your greens and your creatine. Meal number 1, guys, we've literally got 6 whole eggs and a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. And that is what I have every single day. Can't get enough of this meal. That is exactly how I make my eggs as well. You can see that a little bit, still got some runny yolks in there. I do flip them, but only for literally 10 seconds, guys, otherwise it will cook too much. And that is the perfect yolk, if you're asking me. That one looks like it's overdone, but it's not. In here, it is there, but not. All right, just trust your boy. This is perfect eggies. Look, ready? Oh, poppage. Right, so I always start my day with just fats and protein, guys. Unless I'm going for like a run soon after breakfast, I may have a piece of salad or something like that. But I'm not typically that hungry in the morning. 6 eggs is what I look forward to every day. After I've had half of these, so 3 eggs, I'll then take my vitamins for the day. I don't take these on an empty stomach. You need to make sure you've got food in the belly so it transportates the nutrients. All right, we've got a digestive enzyme, which I'll take before, actually, so I'll take that one now. I've then got 2 multivitamins. I've then got 1 fish oil. I've got 3 multivitamins, sorry. I've then got a vitamin C tablet, and I can't remember what that one is. Vitamin D. So vitamin C, vitamin D, and multivitamin and fish oils. Every single day, guys. Every single day. Digestive enzymes before you eat your food, though. Every meal. I take that one at every meal. It is time to make some lunch, but also this is going to fall into my dinner as well. Excuse the bonnet. I oil it, guys. So downlighters right underneath me, but obviously I've had a hair transplant. You guys know that. I've had 2 actually, in fact. But I'm so happy with my hairline, guys. It's actually insane. Like, let me come over to the mirror. Like, not the mirror, the natural lighting. Like, I genuinely think my hairline is the best hairline that I've ever seen as a hair transplant, if that makes sense. You're never going to make it look 100% natural, but mine looks pretty damn good. Like, it really, really does. I don't help matters in the sense that I'm standing under downlighters and put oil in it, but that massively helps it keep super healthy. And I'm so happy with my hairline and how it looks, because there's lots of thin hairs at the front here, which make it look more natural, as opposed to sometimes. That just depends on where you go for one, but also what sort of hair you've got at the back, because if people use a thicker hair, it's going to look more fake, if that makes sense. I know it's crazy because you want it to be thick, but you don't want thick hair, if that makes sense. Mine's honestly super, super good. I love it. Like, I love how I can just slick it back. Now, like I said, I'm not helping matters with the light being on. Let's turn the light off. See if that makes it look, there you go, look. But I'm super happy with it. Obviously, I should do more videos on that because a lot of you guys always ask. But anyway, it's time to make some din-dins slash lunch. Now, I've got half a packet of mince here that I'm going to use right now. I could make this so much more flamboyant. I just don't need to. I'm going to put a load of spinach in it. So one thing that I have told myself that I'm going to do is to really start knuckling down on veg. There was a time, guys, where I would genuinely love just eating a bowl of broccoli. Those times have gone. Probably due to the fact that on my off season I eat too much food. I don't fancy eating anything more. So filling myself up with broccoli and stuff doesn't do it for me. However, I don't really like spinach either. But what I'm going to do is chop this up nice and finely and add it into the mince. And that's it. But I'm going to show you how I make it right now. Here's how to make things even easier for yourself. Just prep a shitload of rice for about 2 days worth, to be honest with you. I don't like to keep it in the fridge for too long. I am going to be cooking my food in butter. I always cook in butter, guys. I don't like oil. I much prefer using pure butter, which is just milk. All right, that's what people need to understand as well. Big top tip for you guys: go to the butter aisle. Forget about the spreadables, because those spreadables, right? When they say, "Oh, reduced fat butter" or spreadable butter, what they've done is they've taken the fat out of the milk and replaced it with rapeseed oil. Rapeseed oil is bad for you, but it's less fat than the fat that comes from milk. But wouldn't you rather have good fats than bad fats and keep the calories normal? I would. I 100% would. Anyway, so let's go ahead and make this now. Bit of butter in the pan. Throw off some mince. I'll let you know when I've done that. Right, mince is pretty much there. I've just heated up this one that I'm going to be eating now. That one's for later. And then there's a whole load of spinach here. That spinach is going to go straight in here. All right. Give that a stir. You haven't got to cook the spinach, guys. I'm just going to like roll it around in here until it's a bit wilted. And that is done. And there we go, guys. So this one I'm eating now, this has got 160 grams of mince actually, and so is this one. So I have got to adjust my fitness pal slightly because I actually put 250 because it was 500 non-cooked, but now it's cooked. There might have been less 500 as well because I had more last night. So I'll adjust my fitness pal, and then obviously calories and macros will be on the screen. And then what I'll do is I might have to have more yogurt later or a protein shake to get that protein up. 170 grams of rice here and only 150 grams of rice here, just because although I'm not doing a lot today, I'd rather have more carbs during the day when I'm still awake and moving as opposed to having a load of carbs for dinner and going to bed. Now, I could eat one like this, but I've been adding chicken bone broth to my food. So I give it a shake up. I don't really track. Right, so I'll add like 25 mil to that. I won't add it to this one yet because I've just added it, by the way. You haven't got to cook. This. If you mix it up with hot food like rice and that, it was going to cook anyway. And there we go. So we've got obviously carbs from the rice, protein from the mince, and then we've got spinach, which is obviously going to provide minerals and vitamins such as vitamin K and A. So there we go. That is going to be lunch and dinner. I'll see you back here for the snack. It is time for my favourite meal of the entire day. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, it's a strange one because I've not done much today. I've done about 5,000 steps, not going to lie, because I'm not allowed to do much exercise with this. I feel like I'll be all right tomorrow, but anyway, we'll see. I am going to have my favourite meal of the day, and I'm probably going to be well under calories today, but that's okay. And do you know what? The first day when I switch it over or really start to dial in my calories, I'm always under on the first day because I'm like, right, I'm dialed in. Obviously this morning once I made my eggs and I made my lunch and my dinner, I know what I'm eating for the rest of the day. So there's already in my brain, I know what I've got for breakfast, lunch and dinner and snack. So if anything I have in between that, then do you know what I mean? Like if I don't have anything, I know I'm going to be within calories. If I do have something, I know I've got to adjust stuff. Now, I will be honest with you, I'll be about 2,000 calories, just under. But Ellie made these the other day. They're like homemade Snickers bars. She'll be posting the recipe on her page if you want to check that out at some point. But I had half a bar of that, so I'm not going to track it because it's going to be it's only nuts and chocolate, to be fair, and a bit of peanut butter. There's no carbs in it. So it'll be about less than 100 calories because, well, will be less than 100 calories because I had half. But anyway, we're going to have 300 grams of yogurt. I mean, this whole pot is, how much is this? 450. So we have 300 grams of yogurt. Let me make the entire bowl because it's my favorite meal of the day. And then I will show you exactly how it looks and what's in it. And there we have it, guys, in all of its glory. I mean, look at that. So we've got 300 grams, well, it's on the screen, guys, 300 grams of yogurt, 10 grams of dark chocolate chips. I even added like literally nothing, like 10 grams of this granola, 1 scoop of the peanut butter serum. That is the best flavor goes do. I'm telling you now, the best one. I don't go off it. I've gone off some of the other ones because I have it too much and then I'll go back to it at some point. But with this one, it's been a stalemate and I've not gone off it at all. Raspberries, blueberries, peanut butter, and that is going to be my most caloric meal of the day and also my favorite meal of the day as well. I sit there eating that, watching a bit of TV, and that is how we finish the night. And as always, we finish the night off properly with a lovely mint tea. This helps aid digestion, and overall, I just love a mint tea. Boom. So there we have it, guys. Another full day of eating for you legends. That one came in at just over 2,000 calories. Typically quite a low day for me, but on a serious note, guys, if I wake up in the morning, tell myself what I'm gonna eat in regards to the meals and the calories, everything else, I can do it quite easily. Especially with the fact that I haven't trained today, so movement's been lack. I'm not tired, obviously. It's been more of a recovery day. I don't like to eat big meals or a lot of food when I'm not doing much movement. If I'd have got up this morning at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or whatever, done an hour walk, then trained in the gym this afternoon, I would need a few extra calories. That's going to be the case the next couple of days. I'll do another full day of eating for you legends in a week or so's time, just so you guys can get an understanding of how things change and adjust when I'm moving. This is kind of like a rest day calories, but it's the first switch up calories from typically what I normally eat into my sort of dialing in, if you like. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure you like it, make sure you subscribe, and I shall see you legends in the next one.